I'm Rashmi Mangla, working as an assistant professor for the BBA department of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This is our 16th lecture of HRV, and the topics that we'll be covering of human rights and values are creation of human rights literacy and awareness, role of NHRC in human rights education, and results achieved in creating human rights literacy. So let's begin. Now, creation of human rights literacy and awareness. See, it's very important for people to be literate and be aware about their human rights. And realization of human rights, it depends upon complete information and continued demand by people for their protection. Only when they demand their protection, then only they can have complete information and they can realize that it is important to be aware about their human rights. Now, human rights literacy and awareness programs educate individuals and encourage them to defend their own rights and others as well. So, once people are, they are literate and they are aware about their rights, in these kind of programs which make them aware, they help them also in defending their rights and they help others as well to protect their rights. Now, human rights education aims at prevention of human rights abuses and building a society in which all human rights of all individuals are valued and respected. So, such kind of society is built where the human rights are valued and respected. National Action Plan for Human Rights Education, adopted by Government of India. It is focused on promotion and awareness of human rights to all sections of the society. So, this plan, National Action Plan for Human Rights Education, Government of India has adopted it so that it can specifically work towards making the people aware about the human rights. Now let's see the role of NHRC. We studied about NHRC in our previous lecture. Now we'll be studying the role of NHRC in human rights education. See, Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. It has given the responsibility of human rights literacy to NHRC. Now, NHRC is responsible for dealing with the human rights education. So, let's see them one by one. It mainly covers Section 12H. Section 12H, what it does is it mandates the Commission to take responsibility. It makes it mandatory. It makes it compulsory for the Commission that they have to take the responsibility to spread human right literacy among various sections of society. And not only to spread literacy, but it also work towards, they promote awareness about the safeguards that are available for the protection of human rights, and they spread awareness via using different kinds of media. Like they can, spread it through publications or by seminars or by using various other available means. So their main, task is to spread human right literacy and to spread awareness. Then Section 12G, responsibility to undertake and promote research in the field of human rights. Now under Section 12 subclause G, it gives the responsibility that they have to promote the research work in the field of human rights. Then Section 12 subclause I, responsibility to encourage the effort of non-governmental organizations and institutions working in the field of human rights. All such organizations which are non-government but are still working in the field of human rights. So, it is a responsibility of NHRC that they will encourage their efforts. So, this is the role of NHRC. Now, by all the efforts that the government of NHRC, they've made all together. So, there were various results that were achieved in creating human rights literacy. Various results were achieved. We'll see them one by one. See, results achieved in creating human right literacy. First one was human rights education in schools. It is kind of most important one. During the year around 1994 and 95, there were a couple of meetings which were conducted with NCERT and Department of Education, DOE, in Ministry of Human Resources Development. And in that meeting, there were various outcomes that were seen, amongst which a few of them are here, like publication of a source book on human rights in collaboration with NCERT. This was taken as an outcome. Secondly, preparation of modules for teachers training. Separate modules have to be prepared for making the teachers trained, so as to prepare teachers for teaching human rights at various levels. So various modules were created to make the teachers also aware, and so that they can teach the human right to children at various levels. Thirdly, organizing workshops for non-governmental organizations. The organizations which are non-governmental, so for them special workshops will be organized. These were a few of the outcomes that were taken in the meeting of NCERT and DOE. Then the second result that we saw in human rights literacy was human rights education in universities. Now Universities Grants Commission UGC also framed a standing committee on human rights. Then UGC also formulated a scheme to provide financial assistance for organizing seminars or workshops in colleges. UGC said that they will also provide financial assistance. Then conducting various certificate, diploma and degree courses in human rights. They also formulated that they will start conducting some certificate, diploma and degree courses which will be specifically in human rights. Then the third result was of publication, films and website. Now Commission has published a collection of 8 booklets under Know Your Rights series. And Know Your Rights series, it is available in various languages, so that everybody can read it and they can be aware about their rights. And not only that, a monthly newsletter in English and Hindi is also published. Then it publishes annual journal and annual reports also in English and Hindi in once in a year in calendar. And human rights manual for district magistrates is again one important publication. So that's all about publications, films and website. Then we have internship programs. Next outcome was related to internship programs. Now when we talk about internship programs, the internships which are provided, they are mainly given in colleges, various under UGC also. If we talk about our own colleges, are we given some internships? Why are they given to us? So that various trainings of internships are basically some kind of training programs. So just like the training programs which we are given, similarly NHRC focused that there should be summer and winter internship programs which will be mainly given in order to spread awareness about human rights issues among university students. Then students are sensitized towards the activities of the Commission and human right values also. Then we had human right training for civil servants and judiciary. See, for the civil servants also, people who are just academics for imparting training to civil servants have included in civil servants, like when you study for basically government jobs, like for being administrative officer or for IPS. So those are the ones who are included in civil servants. And for the people who are imparting to civil servants, they have included the subject of human rights in their curriculum. So that is a mandatory subject in their curriculum. Then training division in NHRC. Now a training division was it was created in NHRC with an aim to sensitize officials and institutions on human rights protection and promotion. And the last one was media collaboration. NHRC presents various radio and TV spots on human rights issues. Then it posts social messages on human rights via using different medias, so that people can be made aware about their rights in a mob, in a mass. So these were all the results that were achieved in creating human rights literacy. That's all for today, children. Let's see the questions based on today's concept, and with this unit 3 is also completed. Explain the role of NHRC in human rights education. Stay tuned for more upcoming lectures. Thank you.